Steroids has gotten a bad name, and I contributed to it. There's nothing wrong with steroids. Steroids is one of the big advancements in medicine, big advancement in health. It's the abuse of the steroids that give it a bad name. Steroids were never developed for athletes. It was developed for people that could not maintain the nitrogen in their blood from the breakdown of protein to repair their muscle tissue. Consequently, they literally wasted away because the body's system was so impaired and it couldn't break down the protein into immune system and muscle enhancing effect. So they developed these steroids. People with cirrhosis of the liver, people with digestive problems, AIDS patients, and all that they were developed and built upon for those people. Bodybuilders got a hold of it, and God help us. I mean, we went crazy. Now, I can tell you something, my friends, because all of you are my friends. You know, I got to my age, and I relate so. As a matter of fact, it gets me annoyed, to be honest, because I started when it was primitive. A lot of you young fellas, well, hey, let's get to steroids. Now, what happens with steroids is that we obsess with it and not understanding what it does. I can understand athletes taking it, baseball players, people like that, because it's competitive, a lot of money in it. I don't really understand why bodybuilders are destroying their health taking it, because the amount that bodybuilders take way surpass what baseball players and runners and those kind of people way surpass it. Because the bodybuilders going to look as freaky as possible. Of course, they will pay the price. 90% of them won't make 70 years old. They're destroying their bodies. The bodies were never designed to use steroids the way these guys are using it. Now, but I'm not knocking steroids. You know, I always want to let you guys know I'm not sitting back here like Mr. Religious Holy Man condemning steroids like I would have taken them. I would have taken them and I'd be dead today. I know it because I was obsessed with bodybuilding and I knew damn well that I was going to sit back and watch the guys take steroids and just leave me in the dust. Because at that time, it was all natural. Not because we were moral, it was around. We started, we started this when bodybuilding was looked down upon. We pushed aside, didn't have sports nutrition and stuff. But, so we didn't take steroids, it wasn't around to take. And of course, when I got hurt, soon as after I got hurt, my ankle was severed in a motorcycle accident when I was really moving ahead. And it didn't make sense. Then steroids became, Dianabol was the first steroid that it was whispering about. Take these Dianabols. And guys, I remember this little fellow named Freddie Ortez. And I saw him once at the Joe Wheeler's magazine, you know, his place where he produces magazines. I was working there after I severed my ankle, working with Harold Poole and those fellas, the early fellas. And this guy's arm was big as his head. And I said, he didn't get them training. Because I know what we were training. I said, he's doing something. I didn't even know. It was underground. It's called Anamoly. And guys were taking like gumdrops. They didn't know any better. There was no restrictions or nothing like that on it. And of course, as it proliferated, bodybuilders started going crazy on it. And you know what? We train for health because no other reason to train. That's why we train for health. We were training to be healthier and, of course, muscular and bigger. Never trained to be outlandish like these guys are now. And you know what? It's a funny thing. You know, a lot of the young fellas, when you say out there, let me tell you something. The guys that didn't take that stuff in our day are still alive. The guys that are taking it in the later years, as it got popular, they're not around anymore. The hearts go, the joints go. It wasn't that. It breaks my heart when I see these guys with quadruple bypass, or quadruple bypass of the heart, the kidneys, the joints, and all that go. Young fellas, as far as I'm concerned. And the body just come apart. Every time we turn around, they get replaced with the hips, the knees. But yeah, they don't advertise that because it'll hurt the sport. But I want to tell you, young fellas, and older, I don't care how old you are, from 8 to 80. I want you to know one thing. I'm not telling you something I heard or read, something I know. I grew up with this. I went through the stages. I went through the growing up stage, the way the body changes, the drive you have, the mellowing you have. I went through all this, how the body responds. This is all experience, my friends. Nothing could compensate for that. You couldn't buy my experience if you had $1 billion. Because time is experience. You cannot buy time. And that's experience. Nobody can tell you an 18-year-old starting the day has the slightest idea of what it is and how the body progresses and what to do, because there's no experience. And then he's grabbing all these books and something what they heard or read. This is not something I heard or read, something I know. And all I'm telling you fellas is, the help you have today nutritionally, the glutamine, the arginine, the branched chain aminos, the concentrated protein. We didn't have anything like concentrated protein. You know what we used to do? We knew the magic of protein. We didn't understand it scientifically. But we used to make our own protein drinks, not drinks now. We used to make like a pudding. Skim milk powder, cottage cheese, raw eggs, and orange juice. And we take it and mix it up, make like a paste, and eat that in between meals. We felt strong like bulls from it. We noticed when we ate that, with all the other protein, we could tear down buildings. We felt so strong. Now, you know what thing? We knew how essential it was, yet the mainstream media, or you could read that anywhere. It's from experience, testing out. The more of this we took, the better we felt. A lot of you people are vegetarians and so forth and so on. We used to eat 2 pounds of steak, not every other day, but every day. Every day. But you know what? How we learned little by little. That's what fascinates me. We used to make horrendous farts in the gym, stink out the whole damn gym because it was overwhelming our digestive system. And I'll never forget one of the top bodybuilders of our day, Marvin Eder. He wasn't farting all the time. And we were mad at him. What the hell is you eat the same shit as we eating? How come you're not farting? He was a pineapple freak. He loved pineapple. He's come to the gym with a bag, would cut a pineapple, eating it. So we said, what is he doing we're not doing? So we started buying the pineapple, cutting it up, eating it. And we noticed, eating the pineapple, we weren't farting so furious and stinking up the place. The stink came from incomplete digestion. Well, how the hell do we know? This is what experience does. We didn't know, but we knew when we ate pineapple, we didn't stink. So you know what? Found out it's the bromelain in the pineapple. That is a protein digestion. We had no idea. All we knew is pineapple kept us from farting off the place and stinking out the gym. These are the things that experience does, my friends. You see, of course, as more people got into exercising and nutrition, then they began to understand. We didn't understand it just like now. They don't understand steroids. The guys don't even know they're taking them, don't understand it. They're just taking them thinking they're going to get built overnight. No, it doesn't work. You still have to break your ass, but you pay. You pay for this. You shorten your life. I mean, an athlete is a life shortener if you overdo it. It's not worth it. For what? There's no market for it. You don't see any commercial with these freaky guys. I don't want to say freaky because I love it. Hardcore guys. Where's the market for them? The market is themselves. And a few people that want to come to the show to see the hardcore. You got a hardcore following. You have a niche for anything. If I put on YouTube right now, mix some orange juice for some, go to the barn to get some horse shit and mix some orange juice and take it twice a day, people do it. There's nothing you could tell anybody to do you wouldn't find a following. But I want to tell you, take it from experience. Listen to people that have been through it and know. And that's why I like to talk to you. I'm just bursting with experience and knowing how the body reacts and feeling how the body reacts because I went through it. I don't have to read a book to tell me what's going to happen when I do certain things. I don't need to do that because I've went through it. And these guys, a lot of these guys that train, they're telling you not what to do, but what they read. And doing this, they hurt you because they don't know what they're doing themselves. They read these routines, they try to take it to beginners and burn the beginners out. And then I've got guys that haven't trained in 3 and 4 years because it just came too weary to them. They didn't enjoy it because they didn't use it right. Training is for health, my friends. To be continued.